All right, scene 1, act 3, action.
Countryside Creamery. Are you good?
Cut. Lance, it's not your line. You're supposed to just come in and just say Countryside Creamery. You're not really supposed to talk to him at all.
Oh, all right. Let's do it again.
Yeah, let's just go from the top. Go from the top.
From the top?
Go from the top.
Okay.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, action.
Countryside Creamery. It's good for the bowels.
Oh, cut. Lance, hey.
What?
It's not good for the bowels. It's just Countryside Creamery. We're just delivering the lines.
All right.
Let's
You got this, man.
One more time. Let's do it again. Let's go from the top. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, action.
Need help? Countryside Creamery creams that cheese.
And cut, Lance. Yeah, it's just Countryside Creamery. Let's just do it one more time. Let's go from the top, okay? All right. Man, all right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, action.
Countryside Creamery. Butter for those guts.
Cut. Lance, buddy, hey man,
What?
it's just Countryside Creamery.
We just say butter those what?
It's butter for your guts.
Oh no.
Yeah, hey, Lance, the line is just Countryside Creamery, okay?
I thought I was just adding like a little flair.
No. The commercial calls for Countryside Creamery. We just got to deliver that line, and we just got to make sure we get it crisp.
Come on, just do it again.
Let's go from the top. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, action.
Oh my god.
Got cream?
Okay, Lance, let's cut there.
What?
Hey, the improv, we just got to stick to the line. Countryside Creamery, okay? He's constipated. He needs a little butter to get that doo-doo out. That's where you come in, deliver the line, okay?
That's what I'm doing.
Just say the lines, okay? Let's do it one more time from the top. Here we go. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, action.
Oh no.
Need help?
Yeah.
Got Wi-Fi for that butt.
And cut. All right, hey guys, let's take 5. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Mr. Birdie Productions. I am Jalan,
I'm Lance.
I'm Tavis.
and today we are talking about the importance of delivering your line on set. As you saw in our extremely exaggerated butter skit, it's very important that you deliver your line the way the line is meant to be delivered, whether that's coming from the director, how the actor interprets it, but it's all a collaborative effort from everybody when it comes to proper line delivering. So today I think it's going to be more towards you guys, since you guys are the actors, you guys are the ones delivering the lines. So let's jump into it.
What you got?
So starting out, I want to ask you guys, when you get the script,
Yep.
and you're reading the script and you're interpreting what the director's saying, yada yada yada, how do you guys interpret the words in the delivery? So obviously the lines are there, and then the scene is calling for emotions like angry or whatever. Are you looking to the words to help you with that delivery, or is it
Hold it together, all right? I'll chime in here. It's just the dog.
the dog just going in like the hardcore barking? I'm sorry, but yeah, do the words impact the delivery, or is it the other way around for you?
I would say the words, because yeah, like you said, I'm going off of like the description and like the plot of like the scene, and it's really just if I feel how I feel comfortable with like saying the lines. I'm rehearsing in the mirror. I'm just like,
Didn't like that?
yeah, I didn't like that. Let's tweak it some more. So it's really like, yeah, the words, playing around with it, and just making sure it does sound the way, like what the scene's calling for. And I'm just going off of like memory, what I've seen in the past. Like, all right, this kind of can go with like this scene in this movie. I should be acting this way. And if I'm not delivering in that way, or it's not believable to myself,
Yeah.
I'll just keep going over it till it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just repetition of saying it over and over till it matches
Yes.
what you're going. Okay,
Yes.
that's a good way to do it.
If I'm home alone practicing it, it's different if I'm like
On set.
on set.
Yeah.
Other actors are there getting the input from the director where he's like guiding me to the source.
Okay, understandable. What about you, good
And
sir?
I was literally about to say that. I think for me, it's more so about, kind of connecting with the director first, and then seeing like, okay, let's go over my scene. What exactly it is that are you looking for, and then what's going on in the scene with my character. So then that way I can figure out what emotion to bring with it.
Okay.
Because I got to be able to feel it at the same time too. So, but yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So, what would you guys say as, I guess we're all young in the film industry, we're indie. What would you say is the best practice for someone who doesn't really know what acting entails? Like, so I've always said there's acting and there's pretending. Acting is a job that people over time get better at and they have to learn.
Yeah.
We come out the womb as children able to pretend that we can be anything. You, as a kid, you don't have to be taught how to pretend. So how do you guys go from like your regular everyday selves to being a whole nother character delivering lines? What are some of the things you guys do to help you get to that point where you feel confident in delivering a line, being that character, conveying the emotions and all that? That was a loaded question.
I think
That's a
so.
That was a great question.
It's
of
kind
mine.
of like.
Yeah, it was.
Do you mind if I go first, Lance?
Yeah, please.
So for me, it was a little bit just because like this was always something I've always dreamed about.
Yes.
So I was researching like YouTube and like I was even going to camps when I was like a little kid, you know, to learn how to do music and acting and things like that, and learning how to memorize lines and things like that, and then having to actually do it and perform in front of people.
Yeah.
So I was doing that at the age of what? I think I was 12, 13, whatever that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Young.
Oh yeah, so but I really got my foot started at the age 22, 23 doing my first play.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I kind of just developed my own habit of doing like the who, what, when, where, why. And that's how I've been studying like my first character from the first play that I did.
Okay.
And that's just how I kind of kept the ball rolling from there. Just doing that, and just even for like the next thing, somebody is calling me, hey, can you come do this play with me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then that's like my thing right there, like who, what, when, where, why type of deal.
It's funny. As you were saying that, that's kind of what I do too.
Yeah.
For like the first movie, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Like to get out of my own head.
Right.
Like you were saying, like out of my everyday self.
Right. Yeah.
In order to like just let down that coat or whatever the hell it was, just so I can get into the character and like you're pretending. Like
Yeah.
it's okay to pretend. Like
Right,
and
yeah.
just to like, you know, like don't be so hard on yourself. It's just like you having fun. And then
Yeah.
once I'd hear that voice in my head, I was just like, yeah, you're right. I'm just here having fun with some friends, making a film. Like, why not have fun? Why not get into this character and explore it? And then once you get into it, and you know, you see your castmates get into it, you see the producer who's just like, yeah, that's really good. Let's do it again. It's just like it amps you up and it makes you want to dive into it even more
Exactly.
and just make that character just come to life.
Exactly.
Okay. Nice. So when it comes to delivering lines, how do you guys regulate the level of acting, I guess you can say? So how do you stop yourself from overacting? Because that's really easy with line delivery. Because if I give you a line and I'm telling you like, hey, you're angry at this person, and you come out the gate and you just go, wait, how do you understand where that threshold is when it comes to delivering that line, when it comes to the tone, the cadence you say it, and things like that?
But again, I think it goes back to, you know, kind of connecting with the director in that moment. So that way,
Pretend the director was just like, I want
Not
you
even
free
there.
reign. I want you to just own this scene. What's your preparation for it? How do you approach it? Like the director died and you still have to finish this movie.
so so I would say kind of read not just your parts only, but then read like the full script, the full story, front to back. So that way you can kind of understand where the story is going as far as like the emotion, like, and even like along with your character. And then once you get to that point, like you read the script a few times, like front to back, whatever, and then you also understand your character and what's going on with your character and what he or she is doing in those moments, then it's like you know how to kind of bring the delivery by a certain point, not go too crazy, but just enough where it's like the audience is going to feel it too.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
because I know with me filming, shameless plug, Deception is out right now, y'all. When it was time to do my scene, I was like, yo, I'm bringing training day energy, and he was like, no, it ain't called for all that.
Yeah.
You know, so like, but again, that's just like me reading it front to back to myself. So I was like, this is the energy I need, and y'all was like, no, we just need it like right here. So that's why I say, you know, it's kind of good to kind of go off of like the director in those moments.
Yeah.
So that way, I personally that I know how to bring it.
Understandable. So the most important thing, I think, someone who's trying to get into acting and they're at the indie level, when understanding delivery is, it's a way for the audience to connect with that character.
Yeah.
So if the delivery isn't working, it kind of lets the audience know I'm watching a movie. And I think that naturalization of how you guys say your lines and the cadence you're saying it, the tone and things like that makes it believable, so that people who are watching it will be like, I'm immersed in this world, whatever the setting of the movie is. So I think that's the most important thing, is just the way the actor is delivering his lines that gives that audience member that connection to them, to understand what they're going through, how they're feeling, the emotions, whatever, you know, you're trying to convey on screen. So I think from an indie standpoint, we focus more so on making sure we convey whatever the message is for that scene. You know, we're all still new to this, and I think there are techniques that come with delivering lines and how to say certain things. But at a base level, I think the best thing to do to kind of review something to see if the delivery is making sense, if the lines sound good, is to just not use your eyes, but use your ears. So from a director standpoint, whenever you guys are doing your lines, sometimes I'll just turn around as you're rehearsing and I'll just listen and I'll see if it sounds natural, as if I was just walking down the street and heard two people talking, as opposed to I can tell, even though I know it's a movie, you can trick yourself into thinking it's not a movie by how it sounds. So if you guys are, you know, rehearsing your lines and it's just like, hello, my name is such and such, like if it sounds robotic, then I'll be like, hey guys, it sounds too much like a movie. Then as you guys go, then I'm just like, oh, it sounds like you guys are just talking. And that's how you kind of get that believability from the character to the screen to the audience member, and it all kind of connects. So from an indie standpoint, keep it simple, use your ears. If it sounds off, it's telling you to fix something, whether it's how they're talking, the speed that they're talking at. I know in the beginning, everyone always talks fast when we start, like that first take. It's just like the scene could be 5 minutes, done in a minute, because y'all are just boom, boom, boom. So it's just like, you know, take your time, allow it to slow down. And as a director, sometimes you have to tell actors when to slow down, and you know, I think that's one thing you got to understand. Like, yes, it's the actor's job to deliver lines, but as a director, you have to understand, you have to be able to guide them to at least where the goalposts are aimed, so they have the better chance of making it, you know, making the field goal, if you guys know football. So, you know, keep it simple, make it work for you at the level you're at. We're indie filmmakers. We are not professionals. I'm sure there are techniques that actors learn when they're in acting school that makes delivering lines easy, to the point where not even think about the words, they just know how to say it. But we don't have that luxury yet. We're still working on it, but I think we did a good job in understanding how to make characters believable on screen, so that the audience enjoyed watching and didn't feel like they were listening to actors, but they were listening to real people tell a story. So, you know, I think, you know, trying to keep it as simple as possible, short as possible. It's very important to deliver your lines with emotion, with confidence. I think there's nothing worse than an actor just kind of talking, and they're supposed to be very confident in the scene, and they're kind of shying away and they're whispering their words. So, you know, just things like that. However you would try to do it in the real world, bring that to the film, and you know, it'll go well for you. So I think that's pretty good. For right now. I think to wrap it up, obviously we don't like to keep you guys forever. So as always, we like to end with a scripture that resonated with us when talking about delivering lines. So this verse is going to come from Proverbs 16:24, and that says, gracious words are like honeycomb, sweetness to the soul and health to the body. So words aren't just sounds. Words carry emotion, they carry impact, they carry intent. So, you know, when you're growing in your faith, when you're trying to get closer to God, when, you know, you're thinking about all the things that Jesus has done for you, when you pray and you talk to God, have intent behind your words. Don't just say it to say it. Don't just say it to satisfy the idea of praying. When you talk to God, talk like you're talking to your friends. If your friend needs you to be there for them, they need some words of encouragement, you want to find those good words and you want to deliver it in a way that it helps them get through whatever they're going through. So when trying to build your relationship with God, say it with intent. Show that you truly want to get closer to Him and to be able to live your life in a way where He would be proud of you. And the same thing with film. If you're an actor in front of the screen, you want the audience member to be able to connect with you. You want them to understand what you're saying, how you're saying it, why you're saying it, and good delivery is the first step in doing that. So I think that's going to wrap up that scripture. You guys have anything before we get on out of here?
No, thank y'all for bringing me on here again. This is really fun, and can't wait to see you for the next one.
Yeah, you got anything?
Amen.
Okay.
I think that's going to wrap it up for us on this Saturday, people. But we appreciate you guys for watching. Before we get out of here, we do want to say that we put our movie out on YouTube earlier last
Saturday,
weekend.
Sunday.
And within
Wrap it up.
2
Wrap it up.
days, we have gained over 1,000 views of people just watching our movie. We got really great feedback. A lot of people like the movie, so we can't thank you guys enough for all the love, support, and just riding with us in this beginning stage of us trying to figure out film. So stay tuned for part 2. That is already in the works, and so keep up with Mr. Birdie. We always have something going. We always have crazy ideas that we're thinking of. So as always, we appreciate you guys. We hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you next week.